What's up, guys? Let me ask you a question. What do you think Rio's Carnival, the gay and lesbian Mardi Gras, and pancakes all have in common? The answer lies within today's video. Before we get into that, if you could click the link in the description down below and help support My Febfast, that would really mean a lot to me. By doing so, you will be helping young people experiencing serious disadvantage to be able to access the resources and the support that they need to lead healthy and fulfilling lives. You'll be helping to build a community where they are valued and included and have every opportunity to thrive. And you'll also be helping to reduce the frequency and severity of alcohol, drug, and mental health related issues as well, which includes antisocial and self-harming behavior in young people. So it's really a very worthy cause, and yeah, it really would mean a lot if you could click that link and help out. We are fast approaching the end of February. There is only a limited amount of time left to get those donations in. So with that out of the way, let's answer that question that I asked you moments ago. Alright, so let's start with the first part of that equation, Carnival. According to Wikipedia, Carnival is a Western Christian festive season that occurs before the season of Lent. The main events typically occur during February or early March during the period historically known as Shrovetide or pre-Lent. And then it just starts to go into its celebrations, its parades, parties, its use of circus acts and stuff, other entertainment. But that season officially starts after Epiphany, which is generally, I don't think it's a movable date, but I think it's about the 6th of January, which actually also marks the end of the 12 days of Christmas, which actually starts on Christmas. So this is all linked. So we sort of have Christmas, there's the 12 days of Christmas, there's that particular day, and then Carnival starts, and it goes until, as we said, Lent. Now, Lent's first day is called Ash Wednesday. It is Tuesday today, so Ash Wednesday is tomorrow, which makes today, the day before, called Shrove Tuesday. Obviously relating to that word Shrovetide I used a couple of seconds ago. Now, in Commonwealth countries and Ireland, that is also known as Pancake Tuesday or Pancake Day, thus allowing us to know what pancakes have to do with this. And it's a day in February or March immediately preceding, as I just said, Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent, which is celebrated in some countries by consuming pancakes. In others, especially where it's called Mardi Gras or some translation thereof, it's a carnival day and also the last day of fat eating or gorging before the fasting period of Lent. Now, the reason I sort of emphasize the fat eating is because Mardi Gras is actually a French translation, and you can translate it directly into English, and it simply means Fat Tuesday. But the fact that it's called Mardi Gras obviously therefore relates it to gay and lesbian Mardi Gras, which is also it might do so in a different way, but it is also a celebration. If we go to its Wikipedia page, it says here, it refers to the carnival celebration beginning on or after the Christian feast of Epiphany and culminating on the day before Ash Wednesday, which is also known as Shrove Tuesday. Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday, reflecting the practice of the last night of eating rich, fatty foods before the ritual Lenten sacrifices and the fasting of the Lenten season. Now, if we go into traditions. Can't remember where it was. Somewhere on this page tells me the. So some of the celebrations include parades and parties, which obviously the Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras has as well. But there was something in their what they stand for, because obviously the Gay and Lesbian one is they are wanting acceptance and stuff, and Lent goes from today for the next 47 days. It's a period of 40 days of fasting, but that does not include Sundays. So 47 days before Easter Sunday. So in just under 7 weeks, we will all be consuming chocolate, which is always fun. But I distinctly remember having this conversation with a friend of mine, and I cannot now find. That's going to drive me insane. Anyway, so the reason Mardi Gras or Shrove Tuesday is also known as Pancake Day is because pancakes were a way to use up rich foods such as eggs, milk, and sugar before the fasting season. And so therefore eliminating the temptation to eat those foods while you're fasting and eating simpler foods. It does say here that during the fasting they emphasize, and by they I mean the people religiously partaking in this festival, they emphasize refraining from food that would give undue pleasure, and in many cultures that means no meat, dairy products, or eggs. And so basically for the next 7 weeks a whole bunch of people are going vegan, which, considering that this is a religious festival and has therefore been going on for quite a long time, means that being vegan is not necessarily a new thing either. There's a whole bunch of different festivities in the United Kingdom up until 1835. They would play mob football games, basically anywhere large enough for the entire town to play one game of football against the other half of the town. The Wikipedia actually has a little drawing on the side of one of these matches taking place. It actually has the date as after the Highway Act was passed, but basically up until 1835 they were allowed to play anywhere, and then in 1835 the Highway Act was passed, which banned playing football on public highways, and so the practice basically started to die out from that point forward, because it was then illegal to be playing on the main roads and stuff going through the towns. Another English one, there seems to be a lot of English ones in this, by the way. So another English one, which originated in 1445 in a town called Olney in Buckinghamshire, is the Pancake race. And the origin of this is apparently, as I said, 1445. A housewife was so busy making pancakes that she forgot the time until she heard the church bells ringing for the church service of that day, and so she raced out of the house to go to church, still carrying her frying pan and tossing the pancake so that it wouldn't burn, and that has become a pancake race. In Olney itself, it traditionally only has women contestants, since it was a woman in the original folk legend, I guess, is what it would be called. And they have to run a 415-yard course to the finish line, which I would assume is roughly the distance from this lady's house to where her church was in 1445. And they must toss the pancake at the start and the finish, and wear a scarf and apron as they're running. So they have to dress pretty much how she was dressed, and flip the pancake from what that reads at least 2 times while running. So it's easy enough to just flip a pancake when you're standing still, but they have to flip the pancake while moving at speed. Another town closes its foreshore to all traffic and closes schools early, and they invite all the town's citizens to skip. Traditionally, long ropes were used from the nearby harbour. The town crier would ring the pancake bell, which would signify the beginning of that day's festivities. Another town has sort of a weird sort of trick-or-treat sort of thing going on, where instead of saying trick-or-treat, they'll say please a pancake, and be rewarded with oranges or sweets. And it was thought that tradition arose from when farm workers visited the wealthier farm and manor owners to ask for pancakes or pancake fillings in order to celebrate the religious festival of the day. In Scandinavia, particularly in Finland and Sweden, the day is associated with the almond paste-filled semla sweet roll, and particularly in Finland, it includes both pagan and ecclesiastic traditions, and is often described as a midwinter sliding festival. And then, again, back in England, like I said, a lot of English stuff going on here. The Rehab Parliamentary Pancake Race takes place every Shrove Tuesday, with teams from the British Lower House, so the House of Commons, the Upper House, the House of Lords, and the Fourth Estate, contending for the title of Parliamentary Pancake Race Champions. The fun relay race is to raise awareness of rehab, which provides a range of health and social care training, education and employment services in the UK for disabled people and others who are marginalised. So that's always nice. Further celebrations. So in New Orleans, they consider Mardi Gras to stretch the entire period from 12th night, the last day of Christmas. It begins Epiphany to Ash Wednesday, like I said. Others treat the final 3 days before Ash Wednesday as the Mardi Gras. In Mobile, Alabama, it's associated with associated social events begin in November, followed by Mystic Society balls on Thanksgiving, then New Year's Eve, followed by parades and balls in January and February, celebrating up to midnight before Ash Wednesday. In earlier times, parades were held on New Year's Day. Carnival is an important celebration in Anglican and Catholic European nations. In Czech Republic, it's a folk tradition to celebrate Mardi Gras. which is called Massapust or Meat Fast, i.e. the beginning of their fast. There are celebrations in many places, including Prague, but the tradition also prevails in the villages where door-to-door processions are made. Where door-to-door processions there made it to the UNESCO World Intangible Cultural Heritage List. So again, with the weird sort of trick-or-treat thing going on. The celebration of the same day in Germany has a bunch of different names, and often only one part of a whole carnival of events during 1 or even 2 weeks before Ash Wednesday. And it goes into a bit more there. I will leave the links for these below so you can check these out yourself. In Italy, it's the main day of Carnival along with the Thursday before, which is also referred to as Fat Thursday, Giovedì Grasso, which ratifies the start of the celebrations. The most famous carnivals in Italy are in Venice, Viareggio and Ivrea. Ivrea has the characteristic Battle of Oranges that finds its roots in medieval times. The Italian version of the festival is spelled with an E instead of an I, and that's the one where they have the very famous Venetian masks. That festival in Venice. The United States has a whole bunch of stuff here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 not short paragraphs, and just skimming through them, I would ultimately just confuse myself and just sound like a bumbling idiot trying to make sense of it all. And that is mainly because each state, depending on how particularly devout that state is to Christianity, celebrates this in a different way. The first paragraph should be a little bit of an intro to it. So while not observed nationally throughout the United States, a number of traditionally ethnic French cities and regions in the country have notable celebrations. Mardi Gras arrived in North America as a French Catholic tradition with the Lemoyne brothers in the late 17th century, when King Louis XIV, I believe that says 14th, it's Roman numerals, I'm gonna just go with 14th, sent the pair to defend France's claim of the territory of Louisiana, obviously Louisiana, which included what are now the United States of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and part of eastern Texas. In 1723, the capital of Louisiana was moved to New Orleans, founded in 1718. The first Mardi Gras parade held in New Orleans is recorded to have taken place in 1837. The tradition in New Orleans expanded to the point that it became synonymous with the city in popular perception and embraced by residents of New Orleans beyond those of French or Catholic heritage. Mardi Gras celebrations are part of the basis of the slogan, which, when translated from French, means "let the good times roll." On Mardi Gras Day, the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, the last parades of the season wrap up and the celebrations come to a close with the meeting of the courts, known locally as the Rex Ball. Other cities along the Gulf Coast with early French colonial heritage also have active Mardi Gras celebrations, and that, among pretty much everything else I'm reading here, is probably the most significant and well-known of the US's celebrations of this day. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm still trying to figure out why the the gay and lesbians decided to call their Pride Parade Mardi Gras, considering that it literally just means Fat Tuesday in French. But I have a feeling that it refers to sort of the fact that it's sort of a season sort of thing. It's not just one particular day, it's a season, and it's similar to how others refer to the time between Epiphany and Lent to just all be Mardi Gras. I think that might be a similar thing that's going on here. But again, with this having Christian roots and it not having Christian roots, I'm not sure what the connection there is. There's got to be one, because coincidence is not how I operate most of the time, especially when we've got two very distinctive cultural phenomena that both include parades and very notable parades. Like, without a doubt, every year the Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras parade will end up on the news, at least here in Australia, and everyone knows about New Orleans and Rio's celebrations, not necessarily of Mardi Gras, but just in general, and as I mentioned as well, Italy's Carnival as well. So I will continue to do digging. I will find that answer for you guys, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more videos from me and be notified when I upload new ones. As I said before, I will leave the links down below to My Febfast, to these Wikipedia pages. I'm going to also leave one for a sugar-free pancake in case you are also doing Febfast and have given up sugar like I have. You can't really enjoy a proper pancake that has sugar in it, so a sugar-free pancake is not going to break your little Febfast. So I will leave that down below as well, since today is Pancake Day. And until next time, guys, keep your head screwed on.